Hi BookTube! My name is Sarah and welcome to the Bookish Knitter. And welcome to a quick little discussion video today. This is not the video that I had planned on doing today, but something came up in the reading sprints that I was part of on Monday. And I thought that, I know this has been discussed on BookTube, ad nauseum, essentially, like a lot. But I think a gentle reminder at this time of year is something that I just wanted to kind of do. So first of all, just to let you guys know, I am putting a hold on the vlogs for the rest of the year. Sounds like a lot, but it's only 3 weeks. Things are busy. I have actually not, today is Wednesday that I'm filming this video. It's going to go up the same day that I film it. I haven't filmed anything for the vlog this week. I was busy all day Monday at the hospital. Yesterday, I was recuperating, and today it's already Wednesday, and I just thought, you know what? There are so many videos that are going up on BookTube right now with Bookmas and Vlogmas and all the things. I'm putting out these little daily shorts, and I'm still doing some regular videos, so I am going to put a hold on the vlogs for the rest of the year. I'll restart them in January, and we will start fresh with a brand new year of vlogs, so I'm very excited about that. And the other thing is that what I was originally going to discuss in this video was the fact that my TBR has I've pretty much gone rogue off my TBR. I am going to still be reading some of the books on there, but not all of them. I've just been kind of mood reading, and I've been really enjoying that. So what I do plan on doing is weekly wrap-ups. So for the next 3 weeks until the end of the year, I will be doing weekly wrap-ups of what I've read and kind of share with you guys how my week is gone. So kind of a very condensed vlog, essentially. You know, I really do like those, and maybe that's what the direction I might go in next year. Instead of doing like a full-on recording every day, maybe do like little bits of like fun things to add and just kind of do a weekly wrap-up and then just like include, you know, clips throughout the week of stuff that I've done. I'll see. I've got 3 weeks or so to play around with the idea and see what I want to do. You guys know me. I change things around all the time around here. That's what keeps it interesting. So anyway, yeah, that is that. But yeah, so anyway, the discussion. So someone in the comments on the live show on Monday on Storm's channel, no, on Tiffany's channel, no, it was on Storm's channel, Stormy over at Storm Reads, I'll leave a link to her below. She, somebody in the comments said that they hit their Goodreads goal of however many books it was for the year. I can't remember. And someone else asked, like, how do you guys read so much? So this is what I want to talk about is, you know, a lot of us are asking ourselves right now with year-end lists coming out and people posting how many books they've read and things like that. And this is not just for viewers, you know, of BookTube, but also fellow BookTubers. You know, do not compare yourself to other people. That's pretty much what I want to say in this video. Like that's the thesis of this video. Everybody's situation and life and reading habits and reading speed and type of books they read, everything is different. Don't compare yourself to the Joneses, essentially. You know, if someone comes up and they're like, oh, I read 300 books this year, okay, that's fantastic, but you don't know what their life is. You don't know, you know, like maybe there's somebody who is fortunate enough to be able to listen to audiobooks all day. And they get through a lot of books that way at work. You know, while they're working, they're listening to audiobooks because they have the kind of job that allows that kind of thing. You know, and then there's someone else who does not have that type of job or who has something else going on in their life. And maybe they were able to read, you know, 50 books this year, which is still fantastic. Guys, if you read a single book over the course of 365 days, you are still reading more than the majority of the world's population. Okay? Because we like to think here on BookTube like everybody reads, but no, that's not the case. Think about the people in your own life. Think about your relatives and your friends and your, you know, coworkers. Think about how many of them probably never pick up a book. And here you are, even if you're reading one single book, you know, you are still pacing them and doing better. So, you know, don't compare yourself to other people. I mean, over the last year, like if you guys have watched me for a while, you know that I had 1 year where I read 300 books. And I read a lot of that, like a lot of that was audio, and audio's great because I think a lot of people listen to audiobooks because they're like, oh, I can speed it up. That's not the case for me. I listen about 1.5 times speed, but I don't listen to it to get through a book faster. I listen to audio at the times when it's easier than actually physically reading a book. Like, for example, my audiobooks I listen to now that I'm at home. You know, I make my breakfast in the morning, so I make my breakfast and I, I'm not just having a bowl of cereal, like I'm having like a bagel and, like I'm taking that and then I'm doing my dishes and I'm eating and I'm doing my dishes. And then, same with lunch and then same with dinner. And, that's time that is being taken away from actually physically being able to sit and read a book because you're cooking or you're washing dishes or you're, whatever. And, that it kind of gives you time to read. So that for me is getting that time back to read while I'm listening to audio or if I'm cleaning or if I'm, crafting or something like that. It's not that I'm trying to speed through books faster, listening at like 4 times speed on an audiobook. No, it's more for the times that I can't physically hold an e-reader or a book. That's why I like audiobooks. And that's what I think audiobooks are fantastic for. So I also always have a physical book on the go, either digital or physical, and I'm usually reading that as well. So, it's great for that. But like I said, a couple years ago, I hit like 300 books in a year. And it's because at the time my job allowed me to listen to audiobooks, because I was doing a lot of administrative work, which, was kind of like, same thing day in, day out. And, I had the opportunity. And I was also commuting quite a distance to work, which gave me a chance to listen to a lot of audio as well. But over the last year and a half, since I've been sick, for those of you who have been following the channel for a while, my reading dropped off. And I think this year I DNF'd. I started and just put books down. I just could not focus on anything. And, that was my story this year. That was my situation this year. A lot of people in my situation, if they had spent the amount of time in hospital that I spent from July to October, probably would have gotten a ludicrous amount of books finished. For me, though, my brain doesn't work that way. And when I'm stressed out and when I'm scared and when I'm, going through something like I was going through, my brain did not want to focus on a book, which is sad because I could have gotten a ton of reading done. But now that I'm home and I'm on the backside of everything, reading has become like the thing again. And I'm reading like a lot more. I think I've read more in the last, couple months that I've been home than I've finished the entire year. And that's my story. That's me. And next year, I'm hoping it's going to be even better because I'm going to be, off work, still recuperating. It was a heart transplant. This was not, I didn't have a hangnail. I'm off work for a bit, and I'm grateful for that I have the opportunity to be able to do that and to be able to correctly, heal and go to all the doctor's appointments and make sure I'm doing the follow-up and making sure I'm healthy and there's no rejection and stuff like that. Because this first year is extremely critical, in terms of, generally they tell you if you've passed the first year, you're pretty much golden. So, we got to get through that first year. And if me being at home and me being relaxed and stress-free and reading and crafting and enjoying myself is going to keep me there, that's what I'm going to do. So like I'm saying, this time next year, I could have potentially a very good reading amount for the year. But that's my story because the next year I will be going back to work. And that number will drastically change because I will be back working and I will not have the amount of time to read that I had the year before. Don't compare yourself to other people is basically what I'm saying. You look at somebody like Steve Donahue or Criminale. Criminale reads like a fiend. Like he reads so quickly. And Steve, that's all he does. That's his job. So, they're going to plow through a lot of books. But there are other people who, they might have kids or they might have, a full-time job or whatever, and they can't read as quickly. Some people just can't read as quickly, and that's fine. So, I just wanted to say, because we are getting to the end of the year, and a lot of people are going to be like, oh, I hit my Goodreads goal, or oh, I read this many books. Don't compare yourself to other people. And there's no wrong way of doing anything. If you listen to only audiobooks for the entire year, good for you. If you only read ebooks, if you only read physical books, don't knock anybody else though. If there's a mom of 2 kids and she read 50 books this year, but every single one was on audio, that's none of your business. If that's what made her happy and that's how she read her books, then good for her. Basically don't compare yourself to others and don't judge others either. We all read books in our own way. Audio is just as much of a reading experience as a physical book or a digital book. Digital is exactly as good as a physical book. Let's just stop being book snobs, you guys. We are all in this community together. You know, not only how we read the books, but what kind of books we read. If there's someone out there who read nothing but romantasy for the entire year and it made them happy, excellent. Because with the state of the world right now, whatever makes you happy is a good thing. You know, there's a lot of things going on, and this is supposed to be like a very cheerful time of year. And, you know, basically don't judge, don't compare. Just you do you, boo-boo. You know, and the one thing though that I did have to giggle about this person who did ask about, you know, how do people read so many books? I think she commented later saying, well, I am currently in the middle of 9 books. And I said, to quote the great Taylor Swift, I'm the problem. It's me. You know, to be fair, if you've got 9 books going, you're not going to finish them as quickly, you know, or if you're reading bigger books but you know what, it doesn't matter. The thing is, I made this comment that a number of years ago, I have a very good friend named Mandy, and she is an avid reader, and she reads a lot of those shorter novellas off of Kindle Unlimited. And one year, I'm pretty sure her Goodreads finish was around 700 books. But when you looked at the page count for what I read compared to what she read, I outpaced her a lot. So I actually physically read more, like I read more pages but she read more books. So that's the thing. That's the other thing too to think about, right? Like, let's say, okay, I finished 20 books this year. Great. But they were all Brandon Sanderson and they're all came out at 1,000 pages. You know, like that's 20,000 pages you read. Whereas somebody else may have read a bunch of novellas and read 200 books. But they may have only read 20,000 pages. You know what I mean? Like, don't compare yourself to others because you don't know their situation, basically. And again, I know this has been talked about a lot here on BookTube over the years, but I just wanted to bring it back up again because it is the end of the year and we're going to be getting into those end of the year lists. And basically, don't compare yourself to others. I am personally not going to be doing an end of the year wrap up because my reading year really wasn't there. I'm very happy with how the year is ending for me, reading-wise, but I'm not going to do any kind of year-end wrap-up. I used to always do, like, a video of all my 5-star reads because, as you guys know, I'm very stingy with a 5-star. A book really has to wow me for me to give it a 5-star, but I will not be doing that this year because of reasons. I will be back with that next year. And yeah, guys, the other thing I was realizing, I was putting some notes together, on January 2nd, which is like 4 weeks away, it will be my 9-year anniversary here on BookTube, you guys. 9 years. Do you want me to do like a Q&A? What would you guys like to see? I'd like to do something to kind of celebrate that fact. I think that's pretty freaking cool. But yeah, and I'm so glad that you guys have all been around for this journey, around with my health journey as well. It's been a year. It's been, you know, it's been a lot, and I'm so grateful. And yeah, I'm just feeling very reflective now at the end of the year, you guys. But anyway, that is it. I hope that you enjoyed this little rambly discussion video. And until my next one, take care and happy reading, everybody. Bye.